Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about how I clean my RCs when I use them and I get them really dusty, dirty, or full of sand, mud, or whatever it is that they might have. A lot of people do them differently. I'm just going to show really quick of how I do it. I'm not going to clean every single one on the video because each one takes about like 6 minutes, but 6 up to 10 minutes depending on how dirty they are. But yeah, this is I'm pretty much going to do it. I'll show you guys how I do it. One way of doing it. So I pretty much purchased this compressor here, air compressor. You can use it for multiple things. It's 100 psi pressure max, 3 gallons, and it's got its gauges, regulator, and you buy the hose separately. Not too much, a couple of bucks. This here though, this whole piece here, got it at Walmart for 48 and some, so about 50 something dollars with tax out the door. It's not bad because you can get them anywhere else. It'd be a whole lot more. I've already looked around, so, and it's pretty good. It works pretty good when you start using it and start losing pressure, it turns back on and start running, raising the pressure back on. And when you're not using it, of course, you just shut it off. And what I also use is good old WD-40. And since I've been doing this method, I haven't had any issues with any of my RCs because of the air or the WD-40. So that's why I still do it. And I usually do it when I get back from using them, throughout the week. I'll keep clean one or two, and then I'll grab one or two the next day, and so on until I use them again. So I've used them and I've got them dirty. So not to leave them this way, because I like to keep them nice and clean and running good. Every now and then I'll break a piece or part from running them pretty hard or whatever, and I'll replace that as soon as I can. But I like to keep all the components nice and clean because there is bearings in there, there's bearings in the shafts, there's bearings in the little gearbox. There's a lot of bearings that play a role in there, and the little this is a brushless, but the brush motors need to be cleaned, in water if you can remove them. A lot of them are not too hard. Like on this crawler, it's pretty easy to remove. And but I try not to remove them in this. I get them really filthy when I get them with this is a Red Cat with the WL Toys top, but whenever I get them really dirty, the ones that are water resistant, waterproof, I just go ahead and hose them down with the water hose if they have a lot of mud and stuff on them, because I've taken them to places where there's just really muddy and really really dirty. I'll hose them down with the water, and after I hose them down with the water and get all the big chunky stuff out, then I'll do the air, and then I'll do the WD-40, and then after the WD-40, to take out any excess WD-40, I'll do the air again until they're nice and clean. Now, I did 2 already, and to kind of show you these 2 little guys over here. Well, these 3 actually I already did. I mean, they're pretty darn clean, and you can't even tell that I had them in dirt. Look at that. You can't tell that I was using them in the dirt. Of course, I took the top off, removed it, sprayed all the little crevices where all the little pieces of sand and gravel can get into, and sometimes it gets in there pretty good that you can't even push them down, or they won't even function because the little gravels are stuck inside of the coils or shocks or whatever, and they're pretty stiff and they won't, it's already happened. So see, working good, and I don't have any issues with them getting messed up in any way with the WD-40. And whenever you run some over puddles of water, like the WL Toys or the JJC or the Feiyu, if you run them through puddles of water or small water, nothing really bad will happen to them, but nonetheless, water hits them, and with time, if you don't clean them, the metals will start getting corroded, will start getting beat up, and I'd rather do the maintenance on them and keep them running clean than have to purchase another one. It's already bad enough I have to purchase parts every once in a while and keep extra parts around, so I'd rather just keep them running good. So this is what we're gonna do really fast. I'm just gonna quickly remove this top and got the lights unplugged already. That's good. See, this top right here, originally this WL Toys came with this one right there. It belonged to this body frame, and this Volcano belonged to this one, but I thought that top fits better here and this top fits better there. It looks better, so I thought I'd use it for that. But as you can see it's pretty dirty. And there's times where I don't get to it right away after I use them, and I just go put them away or put them in a shelf, but I keep it in mind that I know I have to do it. So as soon as I get the time, I pretty much do it, and it's not that hard. Like I said, I usually, if there's mud or gunk in here, I'll hose them down with a good pressure hose, not too strong, and get all those big gunky pieces off of mud or dirt or whatever. But when they're not, when it's just dust like this, pressure hose for your RCs. That go up a little more, but just to quickly show you, I started spraying everything and it started getting out. I haven't gotten there yet, but I will. So I just pretty much do that. So I get everything out of there, down here as well. And once it's pretty much like this area here, nice and aired out and clean, that's when I go ahead and WD-40 this, and I pretty much I try to avoid this area right here with WD-40, not because it'll do anything to it. I've already accidentally put it on there and that doesn't do anything, even on the other ones as well. But I usually just spray all of this and all of this, and make sure that I flip it over and spray all of down there and there where the bearings are. All these moving components that move, so that these won't rust, that won't rust, and these bolts, and none of that stuff will give me an issue in time. It'll keep running good, like as if it was, brand new, like when I got it out of the box. So that's what I try to do, and then eventually I'll spray it again really quick, which is pretty easy to get the excess WD-40 out, which is not that much, and anything that's left over with the WD-40, it'll just kind of like dry out like water does, and it'll be fine, and it'll look like this, See, you don't see anything drippy or really wet in there or anything. It's nice and dry and ready to roll again. Give me another run. So yeah. And that's pretty much how I clean my RCs. And people do them a different way. It's just cool, whatever works or has been working for you. This is the way I decided to do it. I've seen a lot of different ways, and I know that WD-40 prevents rust. It helps to lubricate. And so far, like I said, I haven't had anything wrong with them. As a matter of fact, I've seen people run their RCs and not really clean them that are supposed to be really strong and powerful RCs. And I've had this Volcano and literally just pass them and dust them because I keep it nice and lubricated and it goes really fast and there's nothing slowing it down. So that's how I do it. You guys can go ahead and try it and see if you like it. See if it works for you. It works for me. And that's pretty much what I do. So this is going to take me about a good 6 to 10 minutes to do really fast, and then I'll hop onto this one, and so on, and so on, and so on, and so on, because I've already done these guys over here. And in case you're wondering, I put these other smaller shocks that have a little bit more tension inside that fit perfectly in the groove right here in the center groove, and on top of that it gives me more, so they won't bottom out when I do those bigger jumps or whatever. You know, it won't smack the floor, break anything. It has a good amount of pressure, and I did the same thing here. I did the same thing with that one, and I think I did some on these too. Oh, there it is. I've even jumped this crawler off of a ramp really high, and it does really good. Just bounces right up and down like a darn monster truck. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's how I clean my RCs. If for whatever reason you guys didn't really hear me because of this thing building up pressure, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out. WD-40. Alright guys, see you later.